Hi everyone. How are you all doing today? As you jump in, let me know if you can see me and hear me fine. I'll just wait a minute to let Facebook settle itself in the back end here so I can see everything. And as you jump in, say hi. Let me know where you're tuning in from today. And we will get started momentarily. I am so excited for you all to join me for this free 60-minute masterclass where you will learn how to increase your revenue by getting more focused and what you need to do to make that happen. So I am super excited. I hope you guys are ready to learn. I hope you guys have been doing well. Hi, Millie. Welcome back. Good to see you. Everybody, just so you know, this is going to be very interactive. Feel free to say hi, let me know, ask questions, talk to each other. I like to be very interactive with the people in my group and my lovely members. And that is the best way for me to get to know you all and for you guys to get to know each other, which is phenomenal, right? Who doesn't love networking? It can be amazing for our business, right? Welcome, everyone. Hi, Salente. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, guys. How was everyone's holidays? I don't know what everyone celebrates, but I celebrate Christmas, and it was wonderful here. It was not snowy. It was rainy, but it was great. Hi, Becky. Good morning from Wisconsin. Awesome. Fantastic. Hi, guys. Welcome to the free 60-minute masterclass. Are you guys pumped? I'm so pumped. I'm super excited. I've been planning for this all week, and I am so thrilled. I'll just wait for a few more people to join, and we'll get going. Obviously, you guys can see me and hear me, which is fantastic. Okay, so I'll just take a second to organize my screens, and then I will begin. And as people join in, they can, just follow what we've been doing. Okay, so guys, I'm so happy you're here. So let's get started, okay? So we have about an hour or just under, and we are going to get through a ton of information today. Just so you know, it's more fun to engage, talk with me, talk with each other, guys. I'll try and keep up with the comments, but I will review them after, and if I miss something, I will reach out to you. No worries. Hi, Hillary. Welcome. Happy New Year. And yeah, I want to get to know you all. So just so you know, if you're watching the replay later on, put hashtag replay so that I know who's watching later. And the replay will be available for 48 hours, and then it will be removed because I will be redoing the class for another group of people later on. So yeah, so let's get going. So for those of you who are new to my group, don't know who I am, my name is Alexis Bowen, and I'm the founder of My Business Threads Coaching. I am the host of this group that we have here, Start a Small Home Business, and I am really excited for you and your business and to help you grow it and succeed as a business owner. Hi, Rachel. Please tell me how to pronounce your name. Is it Rachel or is it Raquel? I've been trying to figure that out for a couple days. Please let me know. How do I pronounce it? I'm a stickler for names. I like to get them right because my name is Alexis and sometimes people get it wrong and it bugs me. So welcome. Happy New Year. Glad to have you here. So so that's who I am. I've been an entrepreneur for over 12 years and I've been working online for 3 years now. And several years ago, I opened my own small home business, which I grew into a full-time business. It's been really phenomenal up until COVID, of course, because my spouse is high risk for COVID issues. So now I work online with people, which is awesome. So over time, though, I realized that I enjoyed the startup process and growth process of a business so much that I have decided that I want to help other aspiring entrepreneurs and new business owners open their own business and teach them how to grow it successfully the first time they try. So that's what I'm all about, okay? So today, what I want to do... Hi, Dariana. Ooh, that's a beautiful name. Nice to... Oh, Rachel. Technically, it's Rachel? Okay. Nice to unofficially meet you too, Rachel. Yes, Happy New Year, guys. So that's who I am, okay? And And so today I'm going to show you how you can increase your revenue, okay? So it's super important as a business owner, especially a new one, that you are able to make money consistently when owning a business, because there are always expenses, okay? Upgrades, maintenance, products, supplies, all that kind of thing needs to be paid for usually every single month, depending on your business. Or if you have an online business, it could be, you have a platform, or you're paying for advertising, or like I pay for a platform that allows me to stream to all 3 of my groups at once. It's quite pricey, but it allows me to save a lot of time. So maybe you have expenses like that, or a platform to host your products and services. So it just depends on what you have. So knowing how to earn revenue consistently can mean the difference between success in business and business failure. Now, in a nutshell, we all know business failure is not that you haven't made it work yet, just so you know. It's that you've closed your business. That is when you failed, okay? So as long as you're continually pushing, you can learn how to grow your business effectively, okay? So, haven't done any of that. Any of what, Rachel? Let me know. Guys, when you comment, sometimes I'm a little bit ahead of you in the chat, so to be a little bit more specific is really helpful. Oh, use Facebook and Instagram. They are really great platforms to use. I personally focus on Facebook. I would love to get into Instagram. I have a little bit, but it's way more effective just to focus on the one platform. So, okay, so we will get into all of this. So today we are going to take a look at how to attract the right customers or clients to your business who actually want to buy your products and services. It's really important, okay? Because if you don't have the right people who want what you have, you won't get sales. It's really that simple. So there's a process to follow to find those people, and we'll look at that. So we'll also take a look at how you can make money faster and more consistently, and how to get more customers to return multiple times each year. Okay, so I just want to check something real fast here before I continue. So, have a sip of your coffee, play with the cat for a second. I have 2 cats. I love cats. I just wanted to take a quick look at something. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. So that's what we're going to take a look at today. Okay, so learning how to do these things will mean more monthly revenue for your business and more success overall, which is awesome. That's what we want, right? So let me know in the chat, guys, who's ready to get started. Put "I'm ready" in capital letters if you're ready to get started and learn how to grow your business successfully. I'm going to take a drink of my tea while you guys do that. Oh, you have a bunny? That's so cute. What's your bunny's name? You guys all ready? I'm ready. I'm super ready for you guys to grow. I'm ready. Okay, so let me take a look here. Ready? Hillary's ready. Rachel's ready. Allie's ready. Melee's ready. Tuxedo. Oh, tuxedo. Oh, that's so cute. I was like, why are you saying tuxedo? Do you see what I mean by sometimes I lose the connection with the chat and the Michelle's ready. Awesome. Okay, so how do we increase the revenue? We open the business to make money. I don't care what anyone tells you. The bottom line is we open a business to make money. Yes, we want to help other people, but everything costs money. It's unfortunate, but it's how it is, and we can make more money working for ourselves. So how do we make that revenue? What do we need to do to make that happen, right? So the number one thing, I'm going to tell you right up front, and then we're going to go over it, okay? The number one thing you need to do and have in place to increase your revenue is to market your business. It is literally as simple as that. Market your business, okay? Now, this is the most important thing you can do for your business, because it will allow you to be more focused. And when I mean more, I mean highly focused, very, very focused in your efforts to acquire new customers and new clientele. Now, how can this help? That's the next question, right? We're going to go in order. How can this help? So I myself generate 100 qualified leads every week for my new business. Not my new business, sorry, my online business. I'm thinking of you guys. So that's what I generate every week is 100 qualified leads, different than regular leads, right? People are just interested in your stuff but don't want to pay. We all have had that, right? Qualified leads mean people who are ready to buy what you have because they want or need what you have. They believe it will help them. Okay, those are qualified leads. Okay. Now, who would love to have that? Who would love to have 100 people a week saying, yeah, I want what you have, pay me? Who would love that, right? Put it in the chat. I would love that. Put it in the chat. Let's grow. Millie says, let's grow. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Yep. Struggling to think of a brand name, Rachel. So that's okay. We'll work on that next week in the Create Your Custom Marketing and Ad Plan programs. Don't worry about that. We'll work on that. That'll be within the program that you're in. Okay, so awesome. So, where was I here? I lost my place. Becky, that would be amazing. Yes, 100 leads, qualified leads would be amazing. I totally agree with you. Anybody else think that'd be great for their business? Michelle says absolutely. Yes, it would be phenomenal, right? So what I find with my coaching clients is that a lot of business owners tend to skip over the marketing and go straight to advertising. And as a result, they don't get those leads. Why? Because advertising isn't focused. It's just posting your ad for your services online. It's not focused. It's not targeted. People can look at it, and yes, you might get a hit here and there, and you might pick up some people, which is great. But with marketing, it's a little different. It's highly focused. It generates a lot of interest. So, you know, it's really important to understand marketing, what it is and how it could help. Now, business owners, new business owners especially, don't tend to implement marketing strategies simply because they don't understand what marketing is. This is what I find. I used to find it in my colleagues before working online, and now I find it with my online coaching clients. So they just don't know what it is and they don't implement it. And I totally get that. I used to be there a long time ago at one point, and now I'm completely different. I have a completely different business because of it. So even though, you know, like you could advertise, but they don't. Even though, So marketing is 100 times more effective than just advertising alone. Sorry, I got tongue-tied there. So that being said, let's learn about marketing today and why that's true and how that plays a critical role in growing your new business. So that is the point of this masterclass today, is to understand what marketing is so that you can begin to implement it and start generating a lot of growth for your business. Whether that is in terms of growing your Facebook book group, you know, getting follows on your Facebook page, maybe it's getting people to buy your services or your products, or getting people to look at your website. Whatever it is, you want growth. Growth doesn't always mean dollar signs. Yes, you want money, but you can't even get to the money part, especially if you're working online, until you get clients coming in. Until you get leads that are interested in what you have, because from there, then you can get those clients and those sales. So online's a little bit different than traditional marketing for a brick and mortar business. It's completely different. So, you know, you really need to focus on one thing before you can get to the next thing. And your first step is trying to get growth, and then you can get to the dollar sign growth, which is what we all want. So we got to get that first step. So that's what we're going to do today, is learn about marketing and how it plays a critical role in growing your new business. Okay, guys, are you ready? Who's ready? Celente, I see your hands. It's awesome. Okay, so let's start. What is marketing? What is it? Okay, so marketing in a nutshell is simply the action of promoting your business to the public. Okay, in a very small nutshell, that's what it is. It's a very large, it has many elements, but to understand it for this moment, it is simply the action of promoting your new business to the public. It is how you will promote your business and portray your brand, how you will attract clients, how you want you and your business to be perceived, as well as how you will advertise your business. Now, that is in a nutshell, okay? There's more to it, but for our purposes today, because we only have an hour, we're going to start with that, and we're going to learn about that, okay? Melee's ready. Becky's ready. You guys are awesome. Online is cold. Cold? Online is cold of what I've observed. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that, Rachel. Cold like cold marketing? Is that what you're talking about? There is a way to turn cold leads into hot leads. We will go over that in the program next week, the Create Your Custom Marketing Ad Plan, how to turn cold leads into hot leads. That will be included in the 4-week program. So, yeah, so let's continue. So now, why do we need this marketing plan? Why do we need it, okay? So a marketing plan, when you create it and implement it, it allows you to do certain things. So, for example, you can attract your target market to your business, which means you're getting people who want and need your products and services. They are interested, okay? That is very important. You don't want to be talking to people who don't want what you have. They're just not interested, right? Like, if you're a carpenter, let's say, and you're trying to sell picnic tables, for example, and you sell it to somebody who doesn't want or need a picnic table, they aren't going to buy. No matter, even if you price it at $10, they don't want it or need it, they're not going to buy it. It's just that simple, okay? So you really need to attract your target market to your business to get enough sales. Haven't had any regular clients meaning cold, Rachel. Yes. There is a process to turn them into hot leads. You're going to learn that process because you joined the Create Your Custom Marketing Ad Plan program with me, which, guys, starts on January 10th. So if you're interested in that, you have until tomorrow night to book your spot. Okay, so you can, with this marketing plan, you can also create and build trust with potential customers and clients, which is what I was just telling Rachel about. There's a process for that. You can meet your business income goals, which is so important. That's what we all want. I mean, we're all in business, yes, to help people, but we need money, right? So, and grow your business efficiently, because nobody likes to take years to grow a business. That's just not fun. That is frustrating as heck, right? So, and we'll be able to show you how to stay ahead of your competitors, which is super important, because especially if you're growing online, there are like a million Facebook groups. Literally, I think there's a lot. And everybody is selling something. So you need to figure out how you can stay ahead of your competitors and implement an effective strategy plan, a detailed, highly detailed step-by-step strategy plan to build your business, which will, all of this will, and then you can increase your revenue faster, right? So what I want to know is who watching has a marketing plan already? Who has one? Who's implementing one? Could you guys put that in the chat for me? I'm just curious about that. Rachel says, have a hard time getting people interested. Are we not supposed to approach them or just let them approach me? You will be learning that in the program you joined. So don't worry about that. That is a great question. But that is super specific information, which is we'll be going over in the program. Melee says, wait, do we have a chance to join before tomorrow night? Yes, you'll have a chance. Absolutely. It starts Monday, but I'll go over that later. Don't worry about that right now, guys. I'm just letting Rachel know that I will answer her question later next week, because that is part of my paid program. So that information is not included, but you are going to get information for today on how to get started, because that is your most important step, which is the first step for you. And I put this masterclass together for all the people who are having a hard time getting going. So I'm going to give you your first steps today. That's what we're going to focus on. But those of you who are ready to take the next step, like Rachel, can join the program. I'll go over that later for you guys if you want to know what that is. Becky says, I have only tried paid ads with no success. Paid ads can be a big money income, a big expense, and money sucker. So if you don't know what you're doing, there are actually people out there. I could recommend someone who works with people with they teach and help you implement paid ads so that they're actually effective, so that you don't lose your money. So I could reach out to you later if you're interested with that. It's not me, it's someone else, a coach who works with people to generate ads or generate sales via Facebook ads. Okay, guys, I'm going to continue. I love to chat in the comments, but I do have to get through a ton of information for you guys. So I'm going to let the comments run for a bit. And I'm just going to teach the content for a few minutes, okay? So let's continue on. So what happens if you don't have a marketing plan, okay? So there are a few things that are going to occur. I just want you guys to understand what happens when you don't have one. Now, some people experience this, some people don't, okay? Usually what happens is you have slow growth, okay, because it's not specific. You're promoting to everyone and attracting no one as a result because you're not being specific enough. And you don't have any business credibility, and you're not building authority in the online space if you're online. Okay? And that is really important to get people to trust you enough to buy, because online it's hard to trust people, right? There's a lot of scammers out there, and it's really hard to trust people. Now, why can't we just do advertising? You've been doing ads, right? You guys are doing ads, but why can't you just do that? Why can't you just continue? Like, don't listen to Alexis. Like, why do you need to, like, why? Why can't you just do one way? Right? So if you only implemented advertising methods, just advertising for your products and services alone, people would still see your ads, but without a marketing plan to go along with that advertising, because advertising is really only one element of the marketing plan. There are many elements to make everything work so that you can grow efficiently and consistently. But if you only implement the one element, advertising, it usually ends up coming off as very vague, catering to everybody. Here's my products and services, guys. Go. Who wants in? And as a result, the promotions speak to no one. There's a way to be very specific so you can speak to your target audience. So they're like, yes, I specifically want what you have, right? So, there's a way to do that. So now you may get some business by advertising only, and you probably will, but you will not grow efficiently or purposefully. And what tends to happen is you get an influx of business with friends and family, and then it kind of dies off. And for some business owner, it dies off for weeks or even months, and that's not good. So when you have a plan in place for how you will market and advertise your business, you'll be able to be focused with your efforts, grow efficiently, and people who want or need your products and services will get attracted to your business, and they will buy from you. It really is simple. You just have to know how to do it. So, Becky, I prefer not to spend money if possible. The way to do that is to learn organic marketing strategies for social media. Becky, that is the way to do that. Now, the way to do that is you either have to spend tons and tons of time, learning it on your own, or you pay someone to teach you. Those are kind of your options there. So, used to promote, but don't use Facebook anymore. What do you use now, Rachel, instead? Okay. So you guys are here because you either need more clients or you've been struggling to find people who want what you have, right? So let's explore why that might be for a moment and just take a look at that. Now, why are some entrepreneurs super successful with their business and others aren't? Let's ask ourselves that question. What are they doing differently that you're not doing? Anyone have any ideas on that? Put that in the chat. I would actually really like to know if you guys can answer that question. Why are some entrepreneurs super successful with their business and others aren't? And what are they doing differently? Anybody want to take a crack at that in this class and let me know, because this class is about interaction. It is a class. I don't want to just spew information at you. I want you guys to learn and absorb and chat with me. So who thinks they know what super successful entrepreneurs are doing differently than you? What are they doing differently? Anybody know? Anybody at all? Put it in. I'm going to drink my drink here while you guys put that in. I want to see if you know, because I'm going to tell you in a second, but I'm just curious. Salente says knowledge is power. Knowledge. That, yes, you're absolutely right on that, Salente. When you know how to implement something and what you need to do to make a certain thing happen, you can do it with ease. It's no longer complicated. Rachel says they're confident and believe in themselves and their products and services. Yes, confidence is very important in conversion of sales. Sorry, converting leads to sales. I'm guessing their marketing says Mele. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name properly. I want to know though. Tell me. Becky says they know how to market. Yes, you're right, which is why we're here today. Gonna teach you how to do that. Anybody else? I think you guys put it in there, but I'll keep going. So, the business owners and entrepreneurs who are super successful and attracting massive amounts of money, you've seen them online, right? You know, they're business owners who are making 10K months, 20K months, 50K, 100K. You've seen them, right? And, you know, those people who are super successful, they're doing two things differently than everyone else, okay? The first one is they're marketing their business with purpose. Michelle says consistency. On social media, I know people say content is king, especially like bloggers, but as a side note, I think that and believe that on social media, Michelle, consistency is king. Yeah, that's what I believe. Rachel says experience in prior jobs as a salesperson. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that could be very helpful. But sometimes traditional salespeople are quite pushy, which in social media, the way the marketing is can push people away. And there's certain reasons for that that I can't go over today because I don't have time. But the first one is they market their business with purpose, okay? The second one is that they invest in their business to progress towards growth efficiently. Now that can mean different things, doesn't have to mean just Facebook ads, okay? We're going to get to that later. Yeah, consistency is key. I say consistency is king. Like content is king, consistency is king. Okay, guys, so let's go over both of these one at a time and understand them a bit better, okay? So the first one, how to market your business with purpose. What does this mean? Okay, so this is how to market your business with purpose. Okay, so you intentionally market your business in a focused and specific way to create accelerated growth within your business. Okay, that's all it is. Now, how do you do this? The way to market a business with purpose is by creating and implementing a strategic marketing plan that attracts the right customers and clients to your new business every single day with minimal effort. And key here is that your plan is specific to your business, not someone else's. The same marketing plan that works for me might not work for you. Some elements might work, but yours might need to be different. Your marketing plan is different from someone else's. Yes, you're using similar strategies to create growth online, let's say, but her business is different from his. So you have to tweak and adjust it so that it's customized for the business that you're creating it for. Okay, so it has to be specific to yours, not someone else's. It's very, very important. Okay, so how does having a marketing plan help you attract more clients? So how will doing this help? So a plan will provide you with a step-by-step guide for how to attract the right clients to your business who want or need what you have to offer, and they will buy. Those are called qualified leads, people who actually want what you have, okay? Now, you'll also be able to build your brand awareness and credibility, which I have mentioned recently, and allows you to personally connect with potential customers to build and nurture trust. This is super important in the online world, to build and nurture trust. There are ways to do that, and it is not overly difficult. You just have to know how to do it. And it will also help you and tell you when and how you need to advertise, right? And exactly what to say in each ad. So your marketing plan covers all these things, and you'll be able to have customers, request your business and not the other way around. Wouldn't it be nice to stop chasing people for business and have them say, hey, I want what you have. Tell me about it. Really? Oh, that's great. Tell me more. that would work for me. Yeah, how much is it, right? Okay, I'm in. How do I pay? How amazing would it be for you to have that? Because it's possible online. It's possible. What do you guys think? Okay, so imagine, guys, just for a minute here, you create this marketing plan, okay? You create it for your business, you start implementing it, and things start happening, okay? Imagine being able to grow your business with ease, okay? Imagine knowing exactly what you need to do to bring in new clients every single week. You know, imagine if you could grow your Facebook group by 500 new members every single month. You know, you could get 100 leads every week interested in what you have to offer, and you get to wake up in the morning knowing that you're going to make more sales because you're following a specific process that has been designed specifically for your business in mind, right? Imagine what a difference that could and would make for your new business. What would it mean? I want to know, put this in the chat, guys. What would it mean for you to have a successful business like this? Can you guys put that in the chat for me? Can you tell me what you're thinking right now? Please, pretty please, put it in the chat. Rachel says, that's what I've been doing. These people will join my private group but don't reach out. There are strategies to use and implement to get people to reach out to you, and you will get to learn that in the paid program that's starting on Monday. So don't worry about that, Rachel. I got you covered. When you mentioned chasing them, thank you. Thank you. I know I get lost sometimes. Okay, what would that mean? How much of an impact would that be for your business just to make money every week? Wouldn't that be incredible? It's amazing. I could tell you it is incredible. I can tell you. Okay, so now I want to share with you guys, I want to get you going, okay? So what I want to do today is share with you the first step to creating your marketing strategy. That way you can start, okay? So in order to increase your revenue, this is what you need to do. You need to make more sales. We know this, right? And in order to make more sales, you need more customers. You know that too, right? And you need customers who want what you have. Now you know that. But how do we do this, okay? How do we make this happen? So you need to find and attract leads to your business, especially if you're online. I work with people who have brick and mortar shops too, but today we're gonna kind of focus on the online stuff. Becky would feel so accomplished if she had a business that was making money consistently. Absolutely, Becky, right? Absolutely. Hey guys, I forgot to mention, could you please drop a link for your website or your Facebook page or your group or whatever? I just want to check out what you guys have to offer, just so I get an idea. Please don't spam the members though. I did a live earlier this morning and somebody like sent the same link to every single person. Don't do that. This is just for me. Like if someone wants to check it out, they can, but I just later on my lazy Saturday afternoon, I just want to check them out and see what you guys have to offer. I like to get to know my members. So please drop a link, but don't send your link to everyone. Just one link in the comments so I can check out your business later on today or tomorrow. Okay, please and thank you. I forgot to mention, thanks Rachel. Pure Serenity. Oh, awesome. I'll check that out this afternoon, guys. So anybody can do that. Just don't send it to everyone. Sorry, guys. I have to drink my tea like every 5 minutes because I get really dry. Thanks, Becky. You've got Blissful Optimism Boutique. Ooh, sparkly. I'll check that out. Thank you. Okay, so now let's get to this. Okay, so finding leads and attracting leads to your business seems to be the #1 issue that most business owners have. I know this because I've talked to like hundreds of people in the last couple of weeks, literally, and it seems to be the issue. So this is what I want to help you out with. So today I'm going to show you how to get started and what you need to do to increase your revenue. Okay, so we're going to start with a 4-step process. If you guys want to write this down, go for it. If you want to rewatch the live, the replay will be up for 2 days. and then I'll be doing another one of these in a month. I enjoy tea too. I'm having green tea right now. Awesome, Rachel. This is literally hot water and honey. Because my first couple of long videos, my throat was so dry, I had to stop. I could hardly talk, and I was going to have coughing fit. This is like hot water and honey. Just to keep my throat moist, because water didn't help. It just made me have to go to the bathroom like crazy. So hot water and honey seems to work. Okay, so the first step in the 4-step process, I want you guys to write down and work on, this weekend, next week. The first step is to determine your ideal client or customer. When you can get extreme clarity on this, you will have a much easier time getting people, because you need people who want or need what you have. That is the bottom line. Okay, so you need to have clarity. So determine who your ideal customer or client is. All right. And I know it's scary, because when you do that, it's like, oh, well, you might feel like the more people you show advertise your products to, the more people will buy. But that's not true, because when you target everybody, it's very specific, and you're not kind of like speaking to the client specific, like you're not speaking to them. Like, somebody has to read your ad and be like, oh, I need that. That could really improve my life. And in order to get that kind of response from someone reading your ad, it has to speak to them. And there's some ways to do that, some specific steps you can take to do that. Now, when you figure that out and you target that ideal client or customer, because you can only do that because if you know who they are. So once you know who they are, you can start creating very specific content to target that person, and then they can have that response and say, oh, I need to talk to this person, or I want to check them out, or it entices them to go to your website, or whatever the case may be. So step 1, determine your ideal client or customer and get extreme clarity on this. Okay. Step 2 is to locate your ideal customer. I know this is I think the second biggest issue that people have online is where to find their customer. Now, your perfect customer is in a Facebook group somewhere. Okay? There are millions of Facebook groups, and they are there. Facebook groups of all kinds too. Okay? Now, and I know some of you struggle, because I've talked with you about some of this, which Facebook groups to join, and how do I figure that out? Well, when you figure out who your ideal client is, you will figure out which Facebook groups they are in. Okay? So that will narrow it down a ton for you. Okay? Step 3, attract your ideal audience by implementing a strategic marketing plan that's customized for your business. I already taught you about what that is and why you need to have it and what happens if you don't. So that is your step 3. Okay? Now, step 4, and the last step in this particular process, is to put each lead through a sales process that is specific for you and your business, so that they know, like, and trust you and want to buy from you or work with you. Now, you've heard that everywhere, know, like, and trust. It is true. Know you, like you, and trust you, or they won't buy from you. Okay, so let's recap. Determine your ideal client or customer, locate them, attract them with a marketing plan, and then lead them through a sales process to convert them. That's what you need to do to find and attract leads so you can get more clients. Okay, guys? I hope you wrote that down, that process. Okay, now, once you know who they are and where they are, you can begin attracting leads daily and convert them into sales. Okay? Because now you're not spending all your time in millions of, not millions, but let's say 25 groups. You don't have to do that anymore. You can just focus on, 3 to 5 groups. Okay? And you can just find your clients in there. Now, these days, most people spend their time on social media. Okay? We know that, which means you can have clients from all around the world, which is fantastic, because it opens up your business to way more people. You can gain much more awareness and visibility because of social media, which is amazing. So it makes sense to use social media as a form of advertising. But without the marketing, it tends to not work so well. And I know some of you have learned that or are learning that currently. But there is so much going on with social media. So how do you utilize it in a way that's effective? This is the second thing I want to help you guys out with today, so that you can just start getting some momentum. Okay? I know it's COVID and I know a lot of businesses are struggling. And I really want to help. I want to help the ones that are ready to grow, but there are a lot that need something for free. And this is why I have this here for you today, so that you can get started with just some information that you can take and start building out a plan for yourself if you want, and just get some movement going. Okay? Okay, so let's look at what you can do to utilize social media. And specifically, I'm talking about, actually, never mind. So use social media in a way that's effective. So I want you to write down also this next process. It's a 3-step process. The first step is to choose your platform. You might be tempted to do, a whole bunch of platforms, like 5 or 6 platforms. Don't do that. It doesn't work because you're spreading yourself too thin, and you're trying to do all the things. And because of that, no one platform is growing the way it could grow if you just focused your efforts on one platform. So I would highly recommend and advise you to choose one platform. Whatever one, choose the platform where your ideal audience is located. Pro tip for you there. If your audience is on Instagram, use Instagram. If your audience is really business people, and you don't want to use Facebook, use LinkedIn. Okay, if your audience is on Pinterest and you're trying to sell clothes, consider Pinterest. Pinterest is huge for clothes or weight loss, foods, anything like that, jewelry. But if your audience is on Facebook, and there are Facebook groups that you like to interact with people and talk to people and do live videos and whatnot, use Facebook. If it's YouTube, use YouTube. So you guys get the idea. Choose your platform. You choose a platform where your ideal audience is located, one platform, and learn that platform. Okay? Learn it, get good at it, get a system in place, and then you can add on another platform later. Okay? So the second step is to design a strategy plan. Now, this will include specific marketing strategies and tactics that to be able to attract your ideal clients or customers to your business. Okay, that's step 2. Step 3 is to create a consistency plan. Now, if you're using social media, this is easy because you can grow your business from your phone. So you can create a plan that you can do at a desk, like I'm at a desk right now with 2 screens, or you can create a plan that you can just you do from your phone. So it is not overly difficult. You just need to know how to create it and what needs to be in your plan. And then having the plan doesn't guarantee you success. The key thing is to implement your plan. You have to take action and work. You have to just sit down and do the work. Okay? A lot of people don't want to do that. They want to make the money, but they don't want to do the work, or they're lazy, or they don't have time. They don't make time. Whatever the case may be, they're scared to talk to people. They're scared to get on the camera. I can tell you, I understand what that's like. I have severe anxiety issues, and to get in front of the camera the first few times was really hard to work through panic attacks while talking on camera. It was a challenge, but my business has grown so much since overcoming that, and it is possible to do that. Okay, so if you think you can't do it, reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you through that because I have severe anxiety and panic attack issues. And, to get over that, and I like to talk. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I like to talk. I like to interact with people. I'm really good one-on-one. And to talk in front of a crowd, it's not my cup of tea. But this is perfect for me because I can still interact with you guys, and you're talking to me. I can see your comments, but there's no one in front of me. So if you can get over that, video is huge to skyrocket your business growth and make money. So just to let you know, a little personal tidbit about me. I understand what it's like to be terrified of certain advertising and marketing methods. Okay? But you can do it. I know you can do it, okay? And I will help you do it in any way that I can. Okay? So I got a little sidetracked there. I'm just going to have some of my honey and water. And I'm going to continue. Now that you've gone through this 3-step process, you chose your platform, you designed your strategy plan, you created a consistency plan, then, I guess I did them backwards. You know your ideal client, you located them, you've attracted them, they want what you have, you put them through the process and they said, yes, take my money, right? Once you've made that sale, how will you get your customers to return? Now, remember earlier when I mentioned the third thing, let me just find it here in my notes. Let's have all these notes so I don't forget what I have to tell you guys. I wanted to talk to you about how to get your customers to return. There it is. How to get your customers to return multiple times per year. That's one of the things I wanted to take a look at today. So that is super important to get your people to come back, anybody who's bought from you, to get them to return, okay, for your business. Now, there are specific strategies you can use to encourage repeat customers every single month and repeat clients every month, or there are other strategies to get them to return not necessarily every month, but multiple times a year. Now, this is super important and critical for your business because it is easier to get repeat customers and cheaper than it is to get new customers. Cost of advertising is huge for new customers, okay? Now, whether you pay for ads or not, the cost of advertising is huge. Now, I will get to that in a few minutes, but for now, that's all you need to know. To retain your customers, it is far easier. It costs less money, and it costs you less time. So you really want to have a plan in place, a strategy plan in place to get those people to come back. Okay, we don't want a one and done. We want them to continue to buy, and there's tons of strategies for that. I'm just going to take a quick peek at our comments here. 1 second here. Just 1 second, guys. Whoops. Okay. Hold on 1 more second. Sorry. Okay, so I just want to take a peek here. So Melee says, I need to approach decision makers for their business. I'm assuming this is LinkedIn. Yeah, we could talk about that. Rachel says, you ask them if they will. I'll also ask for a review. Yes, ask them. A lot of people don't ask for the sale or the business. They walk around that. They circle, the bush or whatever. I can't remember what the saying is for that, but they can't remember right now. I haven't had coffee yet. I will have coffee after this live and I will be able to talk better, speak better. See, guys? Yeah. So now let's take a look. Before we continue on, I want to review another process for how to design your strategy plan. I want to show you guys this 4th step, the 4 things that you need to have within your strategic marketing plan. For those of you who are looking to create a plan for your business and aren't sure where to turn, this is what we're going to talk about. So the first step is you need to determine your business vision. Okay, so you have to have a crystal clear idea of what kind of business you want to build and why. And it's important to clarify your goals, your current strategy. Clarify your business goals and then review your current strategy and assess why it's not working as well as it should be and could be. Okay, this is the foundation on which you'll build your marketing and advertising plan. It's super important. You can't do anything else until you figure this first step out. Now, the second part of the process is to create and design your brand, which is fun. It's the fun part. So that you know what your business says to your ideal customers. This is really important because this allows you to speak to them directly and personally. You're not actually talking to them personally within your advertisements. How to find potential customers and communication with them. Very critical for your business. Then the third step of this process is designing your marketing plan, which now you guys know all about, so that you have a step-by-step guide to attract the right customers to your business who want what you have. And you'll be able to, with this plan, determine how to best advertise your business and create a plan for consistent business growth, which we all want, right? The last step of designing your strategic marketing plan is to create and build your custom plan, which tells you exactly what you need to do and when. It shows you how to promote your business, scale your business, which is really important, outsourcing expectations for your business, and how to create an action plan that's easy to implement on a day-to-day basis. Okay, those are the 4 things that you need to design a strategy plan. So to recap, your business vision, your brand design, marketing plan, and custom plan. And the custom plan is where you customize it to your business and you create the schedule, the timeline, the structure of what you're going to do and when. Okay, so I'd like to know, guys, put it in the chat who's ready to get serious about marketing and growing your business, and who's ready to learn how to do that successfully so that you can get people in the door, the virtual door. The virtual door. Are you ready to get people in the virtual door? Everybody put door in the comments. Door. Oh my God. I'm so happy it's Saturday. Becky's ready to learn. Rachel says, yes. Everybody saying door. Oh, that was so funny. Hashtag door. Okay. So got to continue. I'm running a touch behind. Guys, it's about 5 to 12. If you have to go and you can't stay with me till the end, the replay will be available for a couple of days. You can pick up right where you left off. And if you have to jump off because you're working or you got to hang out with your kids, whatever you're doing, I thank you so much for spending time with me today. No worries if you have to disappear. That's fine. But for those of you who want to stay till the end, we will probably run a bit late, which my master classes tend to do because I like to pack so much in that I can't cover it in time. Door. Rachel, I love the little emoji door. Becky says door. Rachel says, I'm done with the frustration. Oh, that just made my day. Okay. I'm going to put hashtag door in the group later, and everybody who hasn't watched it will be like, what the heck are you talking about? Okay, so that was number 1. That entire section that we just went over for the last 20 minutes was number 1. What was number 1? Does anyone remember what number 1 was? Put it in the chat. Do you guys remember? I just want to see who's paying attention. What's number 1? Number 1. Let's see here. I remember what number 1 is. So, number 1. The business owners who are very successful and attracting massive amounts of money are doing 2 things very differently than everybody else. Number 1 was, insert your answer in the chat. Does anyone know? What was number 1? I gave you 2 or 3 processes to work on for number 1. You guys remember? Do you want me to tell you? Okay, I'll tell you. I'll be nice. It is Saturday. I'll give you guys a break. So, number 1 was how to market your business with purpose. So, how to market your business with purpose, I taught you 4 steps for how to find and attract leads, 3 steps for how to use social media effectively, how to get customers to return regularly, how to design your strategy plan. Okay? Those are 4 things, 5 things, 4 things, I think. Those are the things that are involved with how to market your business purposely. If you want to get going, you're more than welcome to take that information and run with it and to help just get something started for you, okay? Becky, marketing. You remembered. That's great. Becky's paying attention. So now let's take a look at number 2. They aren't scared to invest in their business endeavors. Okay, business owners and entrepreneurs who are attracting massive wealth and business growth and sales consistently and effectively aren't scared to invest in their business endeavors. Now, this means many different things. It's not just paying a coach to help you. It's not just Facebook ads. It's different things. So let's take a look at that now. I just want you guys to understand, this isn't in my notes here, but I just want to touch on this point. A lot of business owners that I find, they have this business and they want to grow it, but they don't want to spend a cent on it. They also don't know how to market their business organically. So as a result, their business dies out. They still say they have a business, but they don't have any sales. So we don't want to have that because that's not fun for anyone. So it's important to understand what spending on money on your business can do for you as a business owner. What can it do for your business? What it can do for your business. Spending money is not just about spending money to spend money. It's about carefully picking what you want to spend your money on as an investment into your business's future and your future. Because the point of having a business is to better your life. I don't know about you guys, but the whole point of me transitioning from my home business to my online business is so that my husband and I and our 2 cats can get an RV and see the States and see Canada. I live in Ontario. So that is why I'm doing this. Yes, I want to make money and we need money because, you know, I'm in my 30s and I have a long way to go the rest of my life. So we need to have money. If I don't invest into my business, I will never get there. Now, like I said, investing means different things. So let's go over that now, okay? You guys are awesome. You've been with me for an hour. Like I said, if you have to jump off, no worries. I'm just going to keep going. Okay, so they aren't scared to invest in their business endeavors. So they understand that investing money back into their business or their personal development, okay, only strengthens their business and brings back value tenfold. Okay, sorry, my phone is vibrating here. So now, these successful entrepreneurs and business owners make time and set aside funds to make this part of their business plan. I'm in my group, I talk a lot about business plans. For those of you who are new to my group, there are some members working on just that first step of figuring out what they want to do for their business. They haven't opened it yet or anything, and I help them create their business plan so that they can be successful the first time they try and launch and grow a new business. Now, in your business plan that every owner should have, it's important to make time and set aside funds, okay? It's a very important aspect of owning a business. Now, I know a lot of aspiring business owners want to start a business, like I said, with $0 spent, for example, which I know a lot of them want to do that. And I have to say, and they want to grow their business without spending money, like I mentioned, right? Now, I've been an entrepreneur for a long time now, and I can tell you with absolute certainty that either option is not possible. I don't usually like to use that word because I believe anything is possible. If you work hard and you chase after your dreams, I believe that it's possible and you deserve to get there, and you will get there with the work being done. But starting a business with $0 is almost always impossible. Even to get a website, you have to pay for it, right? And to grow your business without spending money is not possible. Now, I know some of you are going to argue with me on this, and that's fine. Argue away. Now, I'm going to explain what I mean by this in a moment. So, we'll just hold on that for a second. I will explain that, okay? Because there is organic marketing, and that is a great way to grow a business, but it still costs you money. Hey, does anybody know? Put it in the chat. Do you know how organic money, I'm going to test business owner knowledge 101 here. Who knows why? The answer to this. How does organic marketing cost you money? Does anyone know? Can you put that in the chat for me? I'll give you guys a second. Who knows the answer to that? how does organic marketing cost you money? Do you guys know? Anybody? Or you just want me to tell you? I think you guys just want me to tell you. You're all over there sipping your coffee. Oh, Rachel doesn't know. Anybody else? I'll wait another minute. How does organic marketing cost you money? Blythe uses up your time. Millie doesn't know. Anybody else want to venture an answer? And then I'll tell you the answer. Anybody? Anybody at all? Okay. Blythe is correct. Yes! I just see you like all excited over there. It uses up your time. Business, time is money. Becky, yes, time is money. I can't. New business owners don't understand this. But once they go through the process of trying to learn everything themselves and using up all their time when they could have been making money, they learn this lesson, and they usually learn it the hard way. Melly says, I'm literally just sitting here learning a lot. I'm new to running a business. I'm so happy you're learning so much. My goal is to help people, so that makes me so happy. Aw, you just melted my heart a little bit. That's great. I'm so happy this is helping you. Blythe and Becky, you guys, you've obviously been through this process already where you learned that. Time is money. That's business ownership 101. Okay, so now I'll get to that in a minute for those of you who don't quite 100% understand why. I'll just say why. Now, so even though you're choosing to grow organically, you'll still have business expenses to pay for. Okay, so you'll have products to purchase, rent, insurance, packaging to buy, platform fees if you're an online business, Facebook ads, stuff like that. Okay, so even if you're running your business organic marketing, that's great, but you'll always have business expenses. Okay, so now you will also lose time, okay, because of trying to figure out everything on your own. Because doing that, it takes a big time commitment, because let's be honest, social media is a steep, and I mean like steep, straight up and down learning curve, or at least I found it to be straight up and down. So the time commitment is worth so much money. Every time you spend an hour doing something that's not making you money, you've lost that hour to be able to make money. So you have to find the way to be the most efficient that you can with your time. So you guys were right. Millie, I hope I'm not overwhelming you. This is like, I pack a ton into my master classes. I say they're an hour, but usually they're like an hour and a half. Okay, so you have to choose. So for the new business owners who are watching, it's really important that you have to choose which is more important to you and which you have more to spare. Do you have more time to spare, or do you have more money to spare? And it's also important to figure out what you need to reserve. Do you need to reserve your money, or do you need to reserve your time? This is different for everyone. For example, if you have children and you have a 9-to-5 job and you're trying to grow a business, you obviously don't have a lot of time. So your options are, now you have to pay someone, business expense, to grow it for you, or you pay someone to learn how to effectively market and advertise so you can grow it fast in minimal time, right? I don't know. That's great, Millie. I'm glad you're loving it. It's my aim to help others. So you have to figure that out. Now, when I first had my home business, so before I started helping other people get their businesses going, because I love the process. I don't know why. I still don't know why. I'm trying to figure that out actually this year, but I love it so much. I love helping people open their business and grow it. But before, I was a registered massage therapist and a licensed esthetician in Ontario, and I moved 3 hours from where I lived and started my business with nobody, nothing. And I grew up to a full-time business. I had more clients in my business in under 3 years than some people who also worked from home 5 minutes away from me got in 25 years of working at their location. Like 4 times the amount. And they were like, when I had to refer my clients because of COVID, they were like, how is that possible? I was like, well, because I implement marketing and advertising. Like, that's how it's, what are you doing? Right? So, but unfortunately, I had to close down because my spouse is high risk. So now I work with people online because just because I can't work from home doesn't mean that you can't do it. So, that's what I do now. And I grew it really, really successfully. Now, my point here about this little story is that I had 2 jobs when I started working from home, and I didn't have a lot of time. So, and I didn't want to social media market because it was my house. Like, I didn't want to do online because it was my house. And I was already going to have strangers coming. So I wanted very, very local people, like neighbors, people across the way, a couple streets down, whatever. So I chose to pay companies to advertise for me. Now, I paid one company. I had, those like signs, like we have Walmart, no frills. I don't know what you guys have wherever you are, but like grocery stores, they have those black signs. They're called mobile signs here. They just put them on your property, and you can put like oranges are like 30 cents a pound, or chicken is $2 a pound, or whatever. Those prices would probably be way off. I had one of those signs, and it for my little business, traditional marketing was the best method for me. It worked way better than social media and everything else. But that sign cost me 206 Canadian dollars a month, every month. And there was 3 months where there was 3 months consecutively at one point in my first year in business where I had 3 of those signs. So I just want to see, for those of you who are in the US, that was 246, it was 608, oh God. So it was 600, one second here, $618. So in US, that would be $488 US every month for 3 mobile signs. So a company comes once a month and they change the message, and I put my message up, and people call me and they come book. Now, for my small business, that was very simple. It's a very simple way of advertising, but it was expensive. And for me, it was $618 every single month. That's a lot of money, right? As a new business owner, that's what I did. Now, your business is going to be completely different. Maybe you're using Instagram or social media or Facebook, or maybe you want to just have a little lawn sign or whatever. Doesn't matter. So I just want to give you guys an idea of what, for me, and that's how I grew my business. That is just one of the methods, just one of the ones I used, but it was the most successful one for me at the time in my small community. And it worked really, really well. I also once did a radio ad, which was really fun. It's weird being at the gas station and you hear yourself on the radio. It's really strange, but it was fun. So there's many, many, many different ways. You don't have to just use social media. But the point is that I didn't have a lot of time, so I had to pay someone. So for me, I had to reserve my time. Therefore, I had no choice. I had to spend money or my business would not grow. Now, if you have tons of time, you can focus on social media, let's say, and you can focus on organic marketing. Now, you'll still have business expenses, but you can spend time learning how to do it yourself if you want. But maybe you want to learn how to do it quickly, but you still want to do it yourself. I've talked to some people recently who told me that marketing agencies were charging like $2,000. I can't remember if that was per month and who told me that. Some few members in my group, or if that was in total to market for their business, which is crazy. So you can pay a much smaller fee to learn how to do that yourself and then implement it. Or you take a ton of time to learn how to do it on your own without any help at all, and it could take you a couple of years. So it's up to you. Figure out what you need to reserve. For new business owners, this is like pro tip here, because that will tell you which direction you need to go for your marketing and advertisements, right? So do you need to spare, do you have more time to spare or money? And do you need to reserve your money or your time? Okay. Now, when spending money on your new business, it's just part of the deal. Okay. For those of you who are brand new to it. So like I said, let's just go over it one more time. You can spend a little bit of money and invest in your new business and learn what you need to learn to be able to grow your business yourself faster and more efficiently and consistently, right? Or you can pay a lot of money and have someone or a company market or advertise for you, or both. Sometimes, like I said, $2,000 or more, and you'll save yourself a ton of time And this way you'll grow faster, really fast. However, well, sometimes there's scammers. But doing it this way, you will definitely lose a lot of money. Okay, my radio advertisement, it cost me, I think it was like $600 or something. Insane. For a small ad, a crappy slot at the end of like the commercial section in a morning time when people are working, they're not listening to the radio. So I think it was like $600. It was really expensive. How are you guys doing? You doing all right? Okay. So the choice is always yours as a new business owner. The choice is yours, okay? But you really, I highly recommend you just take the time to think about these things. Just think about it, sit on it, sleep on it. Just think about what it is that's best for you and your business. Don't do something that somebody else is doing because you think it will work. What you could do instead is take a look at what somebody else is doing and think, would that work for me in my position? Okay? So now you don't have to reinvent the wheel, but you have to make sure that wheel fits for your business. It's really important. Now, I know it's scary, guys, to put money into your business because you've already spent a lot of money opening it, some of you, but it's really important to think about it as an investment in your business growth because that's what it is. Okay, and that's how very successful business owners, they are growing really quickly. That's that one thing they're doing differently. That second thing they're doing differently is they're investing in their growth, whether it's in the form of marketing or advertising, whether it's their personal development, okay? They are learning how to run their business better, how to be better themselves so that they can show up for their business in a more positive way and, more consistently, they're more comfortable, whatever it is, okay? So, for example, the investments to keep my home business running and functioning smoothly and properly when it was open, I was consistently ordering supplies, products, updating my equipment so that I could provide services to my clients every day. Because I was working Monday to Friday, like 9 till 7, which was crazy. Rachel, that's awesome. She's been observing others, what they do to interest people. That is a super smart thing to do. It's super smart. It's great. So now for my online business, I invest in platforms that allow me to save time, save money, provide more accessibility, and allow me to multitask. Okay, those are all important. As for an example, I think I brought this up earlier, of the platform that I pay for that's quite pricey, but it allows me to stream to 3 groups at once. So that allowed me to save so much time. Instead of doing one class, a half an hour break, the same class, a half an hour break, the same class, by the end of the day, I was toast. I didn't want to talk about that topic anymore. Just let me do it once and be over with it, right? So I did that for a couple of weeks just to see what it would be like. I lost a ton of time just to test it out. This was way back, just to test it out. It didn't work for me. So now I just paid it was really expensive. It was like 500 US. So for me, that was like 600 plus Canadian dollars for the year. But it was worth it because I got back my time so I could make more money. So you really have to think this through. Now, as an entrepreneur and a business owner, I also invest money in myself and my business in terms of extra courses and programs that are designed to accelerate my progress towards my income goals and business growth. So doing these kinds of things allowed me to grow my home business successfully. And now in my online business has allowed my coaching business to grow into a full-time career. So for you new business owners, I want you guys to think about it this way, okay? So you are constantly making investments towards your business that yield returns in terms of clients, income, referrals, upgraded skills, efficiency, effectiveness. Mindset is huge for business owners. Business growth, equipment, and more. Okay, so that is what you would get back when you invest. Now, to get each of those, you'd have to invest in something different. So it depends on what you're investing in. I just want you guys to get thinking, just get thinking about things, especially if you're just at the beginning. Okay, so the number one way you can invest in your new business. Does anyone want to answer that? I'll let you guys chat for a second. I'm going to drink my tea. We'll call it tea. If you want to answer that, So who wants to give that a shot? The number one way you can invest in your new business. Feel free to put it in. Put it in the chat if you have an answer. Now, I did say the two things they're doing differently is marketing with purpose and investing in your business. But what do you guys think for yourselves would be the number one way you could invest into your business? I'm not asking you guys to answer a question where I have the answer in my presentation for you guys. However, I will give you the answer anyways, but I would like to know like what you guys think that you can do in terms of investing in your business that would be so beneficial. What do you think? Over there, wherever you are in the world, you're sitting there with your coffee or your tea and you're like, you know what? This, I believe, is the number one thing that would help me at this time. I want to know what you guys think that is for you on a personal level. And then I'm going to give you the answer that I want to teach you. But I'm just curious. This isn't part of my presentation. I just want to know. I'm just curious because you guys are my lovely members and I'm happy you're here. So Becky would like to learn how to market with purpose. Oh, that's great. Invest in training, Rachel says. Yeah. What kind of training, Rachel? Before you joined my group, like the two of you, before you joined, what was your thought? Like, this is what I need. What is it? Is it ads? What did you think? Read a book on entrepreneurs. Oh, that's really good. You can learn a ton of information from books. A ton. You just have to read them, right? Becky, do you want to take a shot at that before you join my group and watch this class? What were you thinking in your mind? Like this, I think I really need to do this because it would help me out. I'm just curious because I just want to get to know you guys a bit more. And because you're awesome because you've been with me the whole time. I know other people had to go, but that's okay. Anybody? I'll just refresh the comments and then we'll finish. I'm almost done, guys. There's only going to be less than 10 minutes left. You guys are amazing. I know an hour and a half is a long time to say. I've done it before with trainings. Rachel says to promote correctly, to reach people, that would really benefit her business. Yes, it's really important and it's challenging on social media. I understand. Okay. Okay, guys. So thank you for answering that. The number one way to invest in your business growth that you can do as a new business owner. I'm not saying this is the only way. This is what I personally believe as an entrepreneur and a business owner and an online business owner that I'm recommending you consider. Do the other things, read the books, observe the people, because it's so important to do that. I myself read tons of books on how to better myself as well, especially because books are affordable. But this is what I'm recommending today that you think about, just start to think about. Okay, so invest in your business growth by learning how to do it yourself. Okay, so that you can make more money and save more money. It is really nice to have a business market and advertise for you, but I'm all about gaining an in-depth understanding of the process so I can do my own troubleshooting, so I understand how it works. Because what if the person you're hiring one day quits? What are you going to do? You don't know how to grow your business. You don't know how to retain customers. So I teach people to create business plans, new business owners, so that they can have an in-depth understanding of how their business functions and what they need for it to function smoothly. And I also teach people what they need to do to grow their business on their own. So they don't have to spend thousands of dollars a month on someone else. They can just invest a little, learn how to do it themselves, and they go off and implement what I've taught them. And then their business flourishes, right? So you save yourself a lot of money. You spend a little, but you save yourself a lot of money. You save yourself a lot of time because you're not spending hundreds of hours. And I mean, when I first did this, I took 9 courses I read hundreds of articles, and I can tell you I have spent probably close to 1,000 hours researching on my own, not including testing different strategies and methods on social media. I did it the hard way. The hard way. So that's what I recommend for you as a new business owner. Just get thinking. How can you invest in your business growth, right? I recommend learning how to do it yourself so that you have in-depth knowledge of how the process works and how you can be successful and consistent with it, and so that you can make more money and save more money. Because it sucks to be a business owner and make money and then just to have to give it away. Like, I don't want to pay someone else to market and advertise for me. I want to do it myself. I want to talk to the people myself. Like, I want to experience that. Yes, the person bought, like, I'm going to help them. I can't wait. They trust me enough to buy. I did that. That's a pride moment for me as a business owner, right? I only want to have to pay out the expenses that come with running the business the way I want to run it, which for me is the video and, whatever else, my website, stuff like that. I don't want to pay someone to market and advertise. I could just pay someone to teach me how to do it myself. Now, I should have done that. That was a long time ago, but I didn't. So that's what I would recommend. Make a list of things that you want to do personally for yourself and for your business to invest, and how you can invest in yourself, your personal development, and your business growth. Okay, whether it's, like Rachel said, reading books, or what did Becky say? How to market with purpose, which is something I talked about. How to make a detailed plan for yourself. I have some I have some members in my group that are hell bent on doing it themselves, and I have massive respect for that because I am like that too. So I totally get that. Welcome, Chitayla. I think I pronounced that correctly. Chitayla? I hope I pronounced that correctly. I'm not sure what you're saying is true. Let me know. Be more specific. You're talking about investing in your personal development. Okay, guys. I will finish up in the next 5 minutes, and then you can enjoy the rest of your Saturday. So, no matter what you decide to do, okay, it's imperative to create a strategic marketing and ad plan for your business that will provide you with a focused and highly detailed step-by-step plan that you can implement to accelerate your business growth, make more money while working less hours. Okay? And once you have it made, you can then begin implementing it to generate up to 500 new Facebook group members every month, 100 new leads every week, and up to 10 sales or more every single week. Wouldn't that be amazing? So this is what having the strategic plan and actually doing the work. The key here is you can't just create it, you have to implement it. Or it doesn't work. It'll never work if you don't do the work. That's when you have to pay someone to do it, okay? So this is what you can have for your business, okay? Now, without going through this process of creating the specific plan, your efforts will continue to be unfocused. You'll continue to find it difficult to attract clients consistently. And you'll find that people don't want to pay for your services because they aren't the right client for your business. They don't want or need what you have to offer. As well here, it will continue to result in slow business growth, minimal income, and getting leads, like I just said, who don't want what you offer. Okay, so now before I jump off, I would like to know who is ready to take their business super seriously and accelerate your growth. If you are ready to get going and you're sick of having slow days, no income months, spending hours and hours on Facebook, thinking you're doing it, but you're like, I still have no clue what I'm doing. Who is done with that? If you're ready to get serious about it, can you put serious in the comments? Rachel, ask your question. I'm here. Ask your question. I'm looking at, I have two screens so I can see you. Put it in. So now, for the few people left, I know you guys are serious because you're still here. I am so proud of you all. I can't believe you're still here. It's awesome. Becky is serious. Yeah. Rachel, ask your question. Oh, if Rachel says, if they don't want or need our services, why would they join our groups? It feels redundant. Oh, I see what you're saying. So there is a way to get people interested in what you have. Sometimes, well, not sometimes, usually when people don't purchase or put their hand up, it's because there's a disconnect between what you offer and what they think they need and the value of your offer. So there's a way to, you really need to convey clearly what you're offering and the value to them in a way that hits all their pain points, right? Like you have to speak to them. And that all goes back to knowing who your audience is, knowing everything about them, right? Now, I would also say that there's a way to optimize your Facebook group so that you're only letting in people who are your target audience. You're going to learn how to do that next week in the program. Not next week, but you're going to learn that within the 4-week program. If you're just letting in anybody into your group, what's going to happen is you're not going to have as many sales as you could, because if they're not your target audience, there's a specific way and strategy to build an audience where all of them are your target market. That's the key. You don't want to build a random audience. Now, I don't know your group. I don't know what's been going on with it, but you have access to me, so we will go over that together. And there are ways to put posts up that get people interested in what you have. And the way people are interested is not necessarily like what they react to, what kind of posts they react to is not necessarily the kind of posts you think they should react to. Like you're like, oh, I love this post. This is great. But they might not like that. There might be too many colors. The font might be too small. It might be too messy. It might be too long, right? So it depends. But we're going to go over that not next week, but we're going to go over that in the 4 weeks. So you don't have to worry about that. But I understand the struggle there. I totally understand what you're talking about. Yeah, send me the link. I'd love to check it out. Okay, so guys, if you would like details for how to create this very customized marketing and advertising strategy plan for your business that can bring in 100 qualified leads every single week, so you can make 10 sales at least every week, please comment strategies, the word strategies, in the comments, and I will get in touch with you in the DMs, and I will talk about the details with you, and we'll talk about how I can help you further. Okay, again, if you're interested, and if you guys are watching the replay and you're interested and you want me to reach out to you and message you, please comment strategies and I will reach out to you. Okay, guys, I'm so happy you joined me. For those of you who stayed to the end, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your weekend. I hope you've learned a lot and had a lot of fun. And for those of you who I'm going to reach out to, I'll reach out to you later, maybe tonight. Anyways, guys, I will see you in the group. Have a great rest of your Saturday, and I'll see you next time. Bye.